Hello, welcome to Misty Mount Homestead. My name is Leanne, and today we'll be making some meltable cheese. It's a vegan, it can be a vegan meltable cheese. The version I'm actually doing is not. I'm actually using some grass-fed beef gelatin, uh, but you can substitute that with vegan. Um, I There's a Carrageenan powder. It on Amazon. You can look for pure Kappa Carrageenan powder. It's made from red seaweed, and it's basically the same thing. It's a thickening agent. I use this because I prefer the health benefit of this. I do not have to follow a vegan diet. However, I do not use any dairy at all. Um, So this is why I'm making this meltable cheese, and this is to die for. It almost tastes like between like butter and I don't know, a creamy butter. Butter. It tastes awesome. You can put that on burgers, and later this afternoon I'm actually going to make a mac and cheese with this cheese dog. It's not vegan, but anyway, with this meltable cheese, it's dairy free. Anyway. So the recipe is in a saucepan, I put a third of a cup of cashews and I soak them in 1 3/4 cup of water and a pinch of salt. Um, and I put that into the blender and make some kind of a gnocchi with it. And then I'm going to put like a 1/4 cup of hot water. I got 4 teaspoons of this gelatin, or you can substitute with the, I can't remember the name of it, Carrageenan powder to make it vegan. I got 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and I have 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, an eighth of a teaspoon of turmeric. That's just to put the little color in it, and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. And once this is started to go, I will add, oh, there's also that I did not put in there, it's 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. I'll get that. And I also have some tapioca and a 1/4 cup of cold water. And I'll be adding that to the end. I also need a timer for this. Um, Once I put my ingredient in, I'll have a timer for 5 minutes. And you boil it for 5 minutes. And then you add your tapioca water mixture, and then you do it for another 1 minute. So we'll get started. And I just put this on medium high. I put my 1/4 cup of hot water, and I start with the gelatin. Nutritional yeast, salt, onion powder, and turmeric mixture. I guess it's getting pretty dry. I can add this. Then I'll just add this. And you try to mix it fairly often. Uh, Once it starts to boil, then we'll start the timer. So we're not gonna watch this boil, and we'll just be back as soon when it starts to boil. Okay, it just started to bubble, and I just put the timer on. Let me try to zoom that in. I'm not good at doing this. Ooh. So you can see better here. Then when it's boiling pretty good, I'll just really um, reduce the heat a little bit, so you have just like a smooth boiling, not like a hard boil. And now we're just going to keep on stirring, and with the 5-minute countdown, and I guess I can start adding this, that's okay. I'm adding my tapioca, 2 tablespoons of tapioca, and 1 teaspoon, just basically a little bit more than 2 teaspoons. And when the 5-minute count, I'll just add this to this and boil it for 1 more minute. We'll keep on stirring that occasionally. And okay, the 5 minutes is almost up, I think. Yeah, there's less than 1 minute left. So what you want to do is, like, when this is ready, I'm going to pour it in a glass jar. I wouldn't want to use plastic because it gets pretty hot, and I don't like that plastic. It leaches some chemicals when it's on a high temperature. So, and then I'll leave it uncovered, just to let it cool a little bit, and then I'll put it in the fridge. And I like to put, actually it's plastic, but anyway, put saran wrap on top of it, not to leave airspace, because once you leave the airspace, but you want to wait, before you do that, you want to wait until it cools off in the fridge. You want it to cool off for a good 3 hours, then it'll get harder. And when I start using it, then you put, there's my timer. Okay. We'll just put this in. And stir for another minute or so. Yes, I found that when I leave, as I'm using it, because we don't use it the whole batch in one day, so we put it back in the fridge. And if you have a gap of air, it gets pretty gooey. So I found that when we put the saran wrap on top, not to leave any air gaps, it lasts a lot longer. And it tastes better for a lot longer, let's put it that way. So I don't know if you can see that, but it starts to thicken pretty good. And I know there's another way you can do it, so you can make it for slicing. We don't use that really for slicing. I like the meltable that we can put on burgers, like I said, or anything like that, and it makes like a nice cheesy substitute. And it's very delicious. I personally, I love it. So I'm guessing it might have been about a minute. I think so. I just wanted to make sure that you can see that it's This house was not built to record videos. And there you go. So I'll just let that sit for a little bit. And after a few minutes, I'll put the lid on and I'll stick it in the fridge until it hardens up. And you want it to wait at least 3 hours. So after 3 hours, then it should be hard enough anyway in the fridge that you can start using it. But like I said, I always prefer using it like rewarming it so it melts and it's just so delicious. So anyway, I'll put the whole recipe on the description if you're interested. And if you like this video, you can click that thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. And you can click the bell button so you can get notified on the next videos. I do some canning, some gardening, anything to do with homesteading. The only animals that we have though is chickens. So, and I gotta get on the move with that, with more chickens video. So anyway, stay tuned and have a great day. Have a good day. Bye.